Good Sunday night, everyone. I'm Meteorologist Jacob Dickey. Welcome to our Sunday Night Live, exclusive on the digital platforms on Sundays at 8 o'clock. You can watch us on Facebook Live, on Periscope via Twitter, on YouTube, and also through the WCIA3 weather app. Every Sunday night, 8 o'clock, we come together around the digital roundtable and get to talk a little more in depth about the weather. Longer than the 3 minutes or so they give me during each newscast here. We're going to talk about a couple of things today. One, we'll look at snow showers tonight. We'll talk about several clipper systems that are coming our way in the days to come. And then we'll even talk a little bit about the Polar Vortex and what that means, what it is. I've already seen a number of articles posted on social media. You may have seen them. We'll talk about what it means and how it can impact weather in our area, especially as we round out the month. Thanks for checking in with us. We've got a number of you on. Before we get started, I always love to give you some shout outs and see who's checking in. We've got Melissa checking in from Arcola. Hey, Melissa, hope you're having a good night. Trisha from Tolona. Shanda in Thomasboro. Kathy says they had a little snow in Mahomet. We've got Brody checking in Toledo. Gail has flurries down in Charleston. Thanks, Gail. Sandy says not enough. I think a lot of folks are saying that, hoping for a big snow. Katie checking in with snow in Gibson City right now. Argenta checking in with Connie. And wrapping up a few more here. Let's see. We've got from Urbana, Sean checking in, and Matt Toon. Finally, last but not least, Austin checking in from there. Thanks for logging on. I'll be sure to monitor the comments. So if you have a question, throw them up in there. Again, keep posting those reports. We love hearing from you here at WCIA3 News of what's going on. There's only so many of us, and there's a lot of you out there that can give us reports and ground truth from what we're seeing. Here's a look at Neal Street right now. We've gotten a powdered sugar coating of snow again. We've really been battling melting of snow here across central Illinois as far as things have gone. There's a look in Mattoon right now on the Casey Summers Roofing Dog iNet camera. Much the same, a powdered sugar coating is the way we'll describe it tonight on some of those elevated surfaces. Roads have been getting treated, and you can see off in the side streets there a little bit of snow sticking, but a lot of the main roads are fine. That's the case with these light snow events as far as it goes here in central Illinois. Some of these snow showers are on their way out. We'll leave the chance for some snow showers through midnight tonight, but we may end them a little earlier than that. After midnight, we transition to some spots of scattered flurries across the area here. There's an upper level piece of energy now pushing off to the east. If you look closely, you can see that swirl in place kind of over Indiana right now, maybe northeast Indiana, with these snow showers wrapping on through. These last bits of snow showers will carry on through. There's another little piece that's bringing some light snow showers into Minneapolis off to our north and west. We're dealing with a lot of these little quick clipper systems. This graphic may be familiar if you've been following me long enough. The way the pattern is right now is we just get these little pieces of energy that dive in from the north and west to the south and east. Quick clippers. Their common names, Alberta clippers or Manitoba maulers if they come from there, or even Saskatchewan screamers. That's the name that they give these things because they're so quick and come through with a lot of wind. They can bring a quick dusting of snow. A lot of those blizzard warnings they had earlier this week in Iowa, Nebraska, Minnesota, South Dakota was because of all of that wind coming on down. We've been lucky where all of that wind stayed off mainly to our west. But we did get a little wind in there in some spot here. So that active pattern going to continue for the next couple of days in central Illinois. Let's go ahead and time out and talk about when we expect more rounds of these quick hits of moisture here in central Illinois. Right here at 8 p.m., Future Track's doing a pretty good job showing most of these snow showers on the way out. Still overnight tonight, some batches of flurries into tomorrow morning. Very little in the way accumulation expected. Those should continue into the afternoon and evening hours. And then we get another round that picks up in central Illinois Monday evening into Monday night. There may be a little rain mixed in at first, but I think it will transition to snow fairly quickly after sunset. You'll notice that areas that haven't gotten a lot of snow recently, this is your event. I don't expect a whole lot, but we've had some folks down in Effingham or Jasper County, over towards Martinsville, even Toledo and Cumberland County saying, hey, we haven't gotten any snow. A little bit looks to be coming your way as we go into tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, and early Tuesday morning. Light snow showers is what we expect with that. Finally, to share the love a little bit here in central Illinois. So we've got some folks saying that it's skipping and freezing on the video. If anyone else is seeing that, I had a couple say that. Let me know. I'm showing I've got 10 out of 10 internet connection on there. If you would let me know where we're watching from too, that might be helpful. We can diagnose this later and see what's going on. This is our snowfall forecast. We think a dusting in areas south of Interstate 72. Some spots in that wide area may not get anything. I think there'll be a narrow band of a ½ inch to an inch in some parts of central Illinois here. And some folks still saying it is skipping and freezing on Facebook. So the video is freezing. It sounds like you can hear me on audio-wise. So maybe what I'll do from this point on is keep the graphics full for a little bit. That might be the best way to go from here. Again, sorry about that. I'm not sure what the deal is. Internet is showing fine on my end. If the audio is okay, we can go graphics because there's not a lot happening with that from here on out. So good. You can hear me fine. You just don't have to look at me anymore. Lucky y'all tonight. How's that? Here we go. So again, this is that snowfall forecast, ½ inch to an inch, somewhere from Macoupin and Montgomery counties down to Fayette and Effingham counties, and then to the south there of Mattoon, Charleston. It may only be about 20, 30 miles wide. That's about all we might see from that. We'll wait and see how it plays on out here. ½ inch to an inch, maybe a spot gets a little more than that. Not optimistic for that, but we'll wait and see how this shakes on out here. So we're hopeful some of our friends down to the south will get a better dusting the snow than what they've seen in recent days. Here we go, future track, 11:30 on Monday night. You see some snow down there, a pretty sharp cutoff to the north, and that carries on out by 8 a.m. Tuesday morning. We may get a little sunshine, and we'll wait and see what happens with that. So again, I wish I had a reason why the video is skipping. I'm full screen graphics. Maybe that will help. And the internet on my end is showing 10 out of 10, but a lot of you are saying the video is graphics and audio, so it may just be the cameras. Who knows? I guess I broke the camera tonight. My face, something like that. So there you go. You see future track at 8 a.m. Shows most of that moisture on the way out. Another round of light snow showers looks to come in on the opposite side of the viewing area to the north of Interstate 72, more than likely is Interstate 74, as we go into Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. This will be light. Not really too concerned about it. Won't get a whole lot of accumulation out of there, and we may get a quick dusting in some spots. Wednesday, there's some suggestions you see here. It looks clear. I'm not optimistic about that. Here's why. We've been burned by these quick clipper little systems that have come on in and left behind low cloud cover. We're going to call it partly cloudy on Wednesday, but we could trend more mostly sunny. But wait and see how that shakes out. This is that chance Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. A dusting possible, little to no impacts. I think it's going to be pretty much north of Interstate 74. The better chance for some sticking snow up in far northern Livingston, Ford, and Iroquois counties. We'll wait and see how it plays out here, but that's our general thoughts here. A quick little skipperoo of energy sliding on by as far as it goes. There's another route after that. This one, though, looks to be all rain back to the south as we go Wednesday night and Thursday morning. More than likely, just a few light showers or some sprinkles as another little piece of energy swings on by. This one to the south, though, a sign of things changing. We're starting to warm up a bit more Wednesday into Thursday before our next cold front. Big picture here. How many? This is actually a really good comment. I like this. How many systems does this make? By the old saying, we are supposed to have 16 systems. We're well on our way to that, Jason. I'll be really honest with you here. That's a very good observation. We got a number of these little pieces of energy, atmospheric energy, swinging on by. Here's the rain chances as we go into Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Most of the rain, I think, will stay to the south. We just can't rule out a few light showers sneaking in to the southeastern parts of our area down by Interstate 70. Very light, not really a concern about anything. No worries at all on that third round, I guess, coming on in. We lose track of them as far as it goes. Jason's saying, the old saying, I think it's the first snow whatever day it's on. You have so many systems, if I remember right. Jason may be able to correct me on that. That goes on out. The next big system, though, looks come in just in time for the weekend. Friday will probably be the most sunshine we have, but there's going to be some colder air that swings on in. The next system I'm expecting arrives sometime on Sunday, and I'm not overly confident whether it's going to be a rain event or if it's going to be a snow event or if it's going to be a mix of it here in central Illinois. We'll have to watch temperatures pretty closely here. I expect Sunday, especially into Sunday afternoon and Sunday night, to be a bit soggy out there in our region. So that's going to be something we watch pretty closely. The next area-wide impactful weather for us. These quick systems, not really too concerned. It's the one Sunday, which I think we'll have to watch in particular fairly closely here for central Illinois. All right, so that's our next system that's coming on. And I do want to talk a little bit about the polar vortex. There's been some articles shared on Facebook I've seen of the polar vortex, and they're super scary. They make it sound like it's the end of the world. A polar vortex is something that's always there. All it is a large area of low pressure that's surrounding both poles, North Pole and South Pole. They're always present. In the wintertime, they can expand a little bit. The summertime, they tend to shrink. But it's just a pool of Arctic air where it belongs. Sometimes we can see the polar vortex break down a little bit, and it will send little bits of Arctic air to the south. If you think back to some of our deep cold events, we've had highs in the single digits and below freezing, lows in the negative 10s and negative 20s. That's polar vortex Arctic air sliding our way. Don't be worried if you see a polar vortex death-defying cold, scary weather coming. It's not really anything that you should be overly concerned about. It just dictates how cold air moves. And we think here as we move forth, there's going to be some movement towards the end of the month in the polar vortex. So the way the upper atmosphere is warming up a little bit, stratospheric warming, it may help to break up that area of cold air and send little bits of it off to the south. So that's going to be something that we'll be watching here. Kind of a big future track trend in temperatures. Here we are the next couple of days. You can see that pinks and that whites almost swirling around to the north of us. They'll stay up there for the rest of this week. But by next week and into the following week, we start to see some of those pinks slide on down. We think it may break down just a little bit and send some Arctic air in our general direction. You see Minneapolis showing a -5 on Friday, down to 16 in Champaign. We'll get little bits of it coming on in here. And it looks like maybe a fairly solid push into that last week of January, Monday, January 25th. Yeah, that's 8 days out. Timing's going to vary. But we look at the trends when we start to get to that second week of what's that cold air going to do. The thought is that we'll get some that heads in our general direction. I will say this, though. The way it's looking is we'll get more than likely just up and down. So a quick shot of cold air, warm back up. Quick shot of cold air, warm back up. I don't foresee anything of long sustaining cold in central Illinois. I think it's going to be more of that up and down roller coaster. A day or two of cold air, maybe a day or two of mild. A day or two of cold, maybe a day or two of mild. We really need some other things to come into play to get it to lock in and hold on over a lot of the United States. But the thought is that we may start to see some more activity in that. Kathy is asking, does it move along with the jet stream? The polar vortex itself is more than anything stationary over the, more than anything, it's stationary over the North Pole and the South Pole. It really hangs around there. Sometimes the jet stream helps and breaks off some of those pieces and the way the upper atmosphere works there. So the cold air that maybe gets released by it or pushed away from the polar vortex, broken up, can come with that jet stream. That's kind of why we think it's more of an up and down instead of a long duration, solid week of cold here. A good question as far as it goes. So there's a cold front, if you can't spot it, from near Minneapolis to Oklahoma City, that mild greens followed by the blues in the backside, the pinks. That's a cold front. You get these strong Arctic fronts that come on in that can do that. We're going to look at the game of odds from this point out. The 6 to 10-day outlook shows pretty decent chance for below normal temperatures just to our north and our west. It really seems like what could happen is that polar vortex, that little shot of cold air coming south, could get locked up in the mountains, the Rocky Mountains and to the west. That'd be great for California. They're starting to get rather dry out there, and you get warm in the winter, you can get fire danger out there. So anytime California is cooler than normal, that's a good thing for them at least. We're kind of looking 6 to 10-day average near normal, warmer to the south, that colder to the north and west. But the trends have been continuing to show that. I will say this too, the 6 to 10-day outlook for precipitation fairly decent chances to see above average as far as it goes. So you start to lock some of that cold in with the above average precip. I'll be honest, the way it looks now, I kind of like next Sunday, which is in that 6 to 10 day window, to be more of a snow event. I don't want to say, like Jason's asking, are we going to get a heavy snow measurable event this year? I'm not solid in saying Sunday is going to be that, but there's some suggestions that maybe Sunday would be the best chance we've had in a week or so to get some of that. Nathan's saying snow plowers, the plowers want snow. I believe it. Lots of folks are looking for it. So the odds are favoring perhaps more of a snow event than anything. Even looking at the 8 to 14 day, you can see there's cooler to our west and even cooler to our east. We're kind of in that normal area, which is another sign that instead of a long duration 5 to 10 day Arctic air intrusion, we just get these cold little shots, which when you match that up with moisture, that's favorable for snow. Our average temperature this time of year should be in the low 30s, lows at night down into the teens. So for favoring below normal temperatures, that may mean 20s, which is a snow creator for us here, more than likely. So that's what we're expecting as far as it goes. Jason saying part of Texas is getting our snow. Yeah, let me go grab a graphic real quick. I'm going to put this in here. This is from yesterday's. It'll take me a quick second to do it. If you're interested in the snow, first off, here we go. As far as the 8 to 14 day outlook for moisture, above normal in parts of central Illinois, again, looking a bit near average or slightly above. So folks that are looking for that cold air, that is what you want to see. Where's our snow bin? Here we go. I think y'all are going to enjoy this tidbit. Seasonal snow totals, this goes through yesterday. I haven't added the little bit out today. Champaign has recorded 5.2 inches so far this season. Natchitoches, Louisiana, over a foot. Louisiana folks. They had quite a big snowstorm down there. Abilene, Texas, over a foot. Almost 2 feet of snow in Amarillo, Texas, and Woodward, Oklahoma this winter season. That's almost 5 times more than we've seen in Champaign. Decatur has been lucky. They got that 8 inches, that quick band that set up just after New Year's Day. But we've been fairly dry in Champaign. A lot of folks are probably thinking, too, it doesn't feel like we've had 5 inches. And that's primarily because we have had a quick shot of cold air, a little bit of snow. A quick shot of cold air, a little bit of snow. I think our biggest snow we've had was just over 2 inches, and that was when Decatur got slammed. Monticello, Decatur got the 8 to 10 inch band that's set on overhead. You know, we get a dusting here, 1/4 inch there, 1/2 inch here, and it adds up slowly. But that's the story. All of the snow has been off to our west and south, it seems like here. So we'll see. Eventually, we think that we're going to get some decent snow here in central Illinois. All right, let's see. Hopefully the video is a little better. We're wrapping things up here. If there's any questions, let me know in the comments. But it's a shame, isn't it? I would love to see a big snow event. I feel like we're due for it. Sunday is one to watch. We know there's going to be moisture in play. The question on the timing of cold air is still up in the air. But that's going to be the best chance for an area-wide measurable snow here in central Illinois for all of us in the next 7 days, if not a little longer than that. Yes, some quick clipper systems come on through. A little dusting here, a few light showers there, a little dusting here. That's about all we expect here moving forward. So the week overall, while yes, there's a lot of little chances for moisture in the form of snow and or rain at different times, impacts look pretty much next to none here. We can handle a little dusting of snow. You know, you're driving, you know to slow down a little bit. Pretty much common sense as far as it goes. So that's what I got. If we have any questions in the comments, let me know. I'd love to answer them. This is the time we get to connect, chat a little bit more. And you can ask me about the weather, whatever you want. If not, we'll be wrapping things up here shortly as far as it goes. If you're joining in late, these are our weather headlines. There's several quick clippers that are coming in the next couple of days, bringing chances for rain and or snow showers, light in nature, for some of us on some different days. Those details are on the WCIA weather app and on the blog and the website. I'll be tonight at 9 and 10 o'clock. We should be on time. And so that's what we'll expect here. So it sounds like it's still freezing on Facebook. It must be a Facebook issue. Sometimes that happens as far as it goes. So there's we got. All right, Patricia is asking, what is the weather looking like for the first part of February? Pull that crystal ball out. If I had to guess, I am tending to think this active pattern. You think back like a week or so ago, we had a stretch of really dry, it was just cloudy. We didn't really have any rain or snow. We had some quiet weather. I don't expect that to last all that much. more. I think we're still in a bit more of an active into January. That should carry into the first part of February. And you know what happens is by the time we get to, is it the February 1st or 2nd, after that, the rat in the ground takes over, Groundhog's Day. So he'll tell us more about that, whether it's 6 weeks of winter or an early spring. I kind of think we'll get these quick clipper systems. It looks like it's going to be hard to get a sustaining Arctic blast in. That's what you really want for a good snow event. But if we can time it right, yeah, there's some potential where we can line things up and get some folks some good, decent snow here in central Illinois. Paul says it's still freezing on Facebook as far as the video goes. At this point, I'm inclined to believe it's a Facebook issue. Everything on my end looks good. You can see the graphics just fine. So we'll check and do a little diagnostic afterwards. And by next Sunday, hopefully that issue's fixed. Does your mom deliver? Stephanie asking that. If you missed it on Friday, my goal was I was tasked by Chief Meteorologist Kevin Leidy to go out in the storm tracker and look at the weather and try and find some snow. And I found some snow. I found it in Gibson City. That's my hometown. So I got to go up there. And Mama Dickey saw that I was heading that way. So she called and asked if I wanted dinner. And she made me a steak sandwich. I don't know if she delivers, but Mom is probably going to do a little cooking with me before all is said and done. I think that's going to happen sometime in the next few months. So stay tuned. Watch the television for that. Some cool things are happening behind the scenes as we get going. So I don't know if she delivers necessarily. She hasn't opened a drive-through yet. I couldn't even drive through. She made me park and walk in, but it is what it is. But we had a lot of fun in that Friday, that last Friday. If you missed the video, you want to see it, it's on my Facebook page. I've got it posted up there. It's pretty hilarious between Jennifer Roscoe, Paul and Kevin, what went down there. So good question, Stephanie. We'll find out. If she opens a restaurant, you'll be the first to know. Jason saying 6 more weeks of winter the way we are going. We'll wait and see. I kind of think these short winter bursts look to continue. We're playing the game of odds this far out, so we'll wait and see. So 50-50, we'll give it a coin toss. Lori's saying, I don't think the groundhog is accurate anymore. Yeah, there was a study done, a little research study I saw on social media. And, everyone knows that we're right only 50% of the time. Well, it turned out the groundhog was only right like 20% of the time or something like that. It was pretty interesting. They did it the last number of years, whether it was an early spring or if 6 more weeks of winter, and they compared that. And that was an issue where only 2 out of the 10, I think, the most recent, the groundhog was right as far as it goes. So we got 30% more. We'll take that, right? As far as it goes. All right, y'all, that's all we got. It seems like I just got a notice from Facebook that they're having issues. So that's probably what it was. Sorry about the issues, of course. If you wanted to, you could switch over to the digital platforms you're watching on our app or on Periscope, on Twitter, or even streaming to our WCIA3 YouTube channel. Those are other ways you can connect. We'll do this again next Sunday night. In the meantime, hope you'll join me tonight at 9 and 10. We'll have more updates, take a look at the 7-day forecast, timeout temperatures the next few days, and let you know more about whatnot. Yeah, okay, before we go, I gotta give acknowledgement to this. Judy's willy worms are the best on accuracy. They really are. I don't know what it is, but they do a good job as far as it goes. And finally, Betty saying the farmers need a good snow so the ground will be ready for spring planting. Yes, we're still in drought. We need to get as much moisture sticking down as we can. Because drought begets drought. And if we continue to have drought problems into the spring, that's not good as far as it goes. We'll see you next Sunday night at 8 p.m. Every Sunday night, we plan to do this live just to connect a little bit. Hope you'll follow my Facebook page, stay connected, and we will catch you all at 9 and 10 tonight. Take care. Have a great rest of the day.